Hey guys, Steve, KO4AFL, and I'm here with Bob, and he's going to tell us about the steamroller trailer that they've got to work satellites and what they're doing with it. Bob, how we doing?
Hello, I'm Bob Arisman, KV4PC. I'm a volunteer with Athens State University, among other things, and we're building a 3U CubeSat to be launched in 2026, and as an adjunct to that opportunity, we have built the steamroller ground station. It's a portable ground station. We take it to high schools and do demonstrations to kids as a STEAM activity. And we've come to, we were the satellite station for Huntsville Amateur Radio Club's K4BFT field day activity. And we're trying to do a little bit of moon bounce with it, though so far we've only made one good decode off of the moon.
That's still impressive.
Yeah, but we're working on a kilowatt amplifier, and our antenna system, you're looking at 3/5 of our antenna system. We've taken the ends off of the booms. It's an antennas and amplifiers Super Leo pack. It's a 18 foot long booms when it's complete, and 66 elements in all.
Wow.
So the steamroller trailer has an ICOM IC9700 in it as our VHF radio. It's got an IC7300 as an HF coordination radio. We have, you can see through the door there, we've got a geochron up on the wall, and we're using the CSN Technology Sidebox as our rotor control system. The Sidebox is inside the trailer, but it works over Wi-Fi, and you control the Sidebox over a web browser. So you're looking at the user interface with the web browser. This is a polar plot. We're currently waiting on AO73 to pop over the horizon. AO73 is here. This is the footprint of the satellite. When it comes into our sky, it will rise here, it will set there, and it doesn't really get very far into the sky. But one of the things that the CSN Technology box does is it downloads a database of around 150 satellites. The number goes up and down as satellites go up and down, frankly. The ones that are blue checked are the ones that are in our favorites. All of those satellites are amateur radio satellites, but it also has, like, here's the NOAA group, weather satellites, and I guess down at the bottom there's some meteor satellites. And it'll also track the moon and the sun. And they've got an undocumented interface that does right ascension and declination if you happen to be into radio astronomy.
Okay.
Anyway, so this is a great tool for pointing your antennas. If I go to next passes, come on. Yeah, it pops up the table of the next ones that are going to come over the horizon. AO73 is next. It comes up at 118. That's 40 minutes away or a little more. ISS is after that. The color coding here relates to maximum elevation. If it's a bright one, it's going to be really high in the sky. If it's a dim one, not so much. So you know at a glance which ones are going to be really good passes. Now, we do not have good Wi-Fi here, but if we did have good Wi-Fi, you would also see a diamond next to each of these, and the diamond is a status report for the satellite.
Okay.
And the diamond would be green if the satellite has been good lately, yellow if they're getting mixed reports, and red if they're not. Also, this little icon right here, again, if we had good Wi-Fi and we don't, would take you to the SatNOGS report for that satellite. SatNOGS is a global community of, let's call them space surveillance nerds.
Yeah.
And they set up backyard stations somewhat like this to track the satellites and do little recordings as they come over the horizon. And they do it automatically, and they do it 24/7. So there's a huge database of information out there about what the satellites did recently.
Well, and I'm actually, the egg beater antenna that I told you about before we started is actually called Eggnogs, done by Halibut Electronics. It's for the SatNOGS system. And I'm going to put that on my SDR So it'll be like a receive only for
Yeah,
me,
and
but that way I can upload to SatNogs and
yeah, and
let them know.
a lot of guys record complete waterfalls for a pass, and some guys collect telemetry. Some satellite providers give the dashboard software to SatNogs that you can pull up and see their telemetry dashboard.
Okay.
But that icon right there will take you to the SatNogs. This little document icon here will take you to the SatNogs page for AO73, and the same thing for all of those others. Again, I don't have good Wi-Fi here.
Right.
Also, this will be green if it's in the sky. None of these satellites are in the sky right now.
Okay.
Let's see, polar plot of where the antenna is pointing, and if I select a satellite, it'll plot the trajectory across our sky. Come on, yeah, there it is. So, you know, LOS is here, AOS is here, LOS is here. This is the current location of the antenna, and this red diamond with a black is the current azimuth of the satellite. When it comes around here, the antenna will slew over and start tracking. And over here, this is an azimuth versus elevation plot. It'll also show a trajectory here. And actually, I may get a trajectory if yeah, here we go.
There we go.
So there's the trajectory we will see when the satellite comes into view. Let's see, what else? Oh yeah, so they got a database. When you download your TLEs, you can use any source that uses the standard NASA format, but CSN Technologies actually work pretty hard to keep their TLEs fresh, and they're better than AMSAT at keeping their TLEs fresh, for instance. But you could put the AMSAT source in there. You can also pull up a local file. But when you hit that button and you've got good Wi-Fi, it'll download fresh TLEs. You can also update your frequency database. And what the frequency database does for you is, for a particular satellite, it will show you all the transponders that are on it.
Okay.
And for example, AO73 is a mode UV 70 centimeters up, down. This is the current Doppler shift. Even though it's below the horizon, there's, you know, the relative velocity is computable. It'll also remember your RIT. So if you're using a satellite and you turn your RIT knob till you hear your own echo and you hear it naturally, you can save that value, and the next time that satellite comes up, it'll use that RIT to start with. For some satellites, that's really good, like RS-44 is really stable. And an example of one that isn't is AO07. AO07 is kind of drifty.
Okay.
And on a drifty satellite, it's not so good, but it is a starting point. So I think that's a really convenient feature of this software package.
Good deal. So tells me something else I need to get for my satellite setup.
Yeah, and I'll show you the box. It's in here. It's in here in the trailer. This guy right here, this little black box, SAT. Green screen shows you some of the information, where we're pointing, what the next satellite is we're going after, and how many minutes it is to AOS. It controls ICOM radios and Yaesu rotors, and the best matchup for that is a G6500 and an IC 9700.
Okay.
And the serial cable controls the radio. It'll tune it to those transponders that you saw on the list.
Yep.
And it will do Doppler compensation, and you know, it saves your RIT and some things like that. Really good stuff.
I see you guys added the geochron into the trailer as well.
We have a geochron. People might notice that the time is wrong on it. We didn't set it up for this event, but we do use it, and it's usually displaying more interesting things.
Sure.
And because this is over Wi-Fi, you look in there. There's another PC. You're looking at the same display that we were looking on my laptop outside of the trailer, and you can also control the Sidebox over an ordinary smartphone.
Okay.
And I guess I can show you that real quick. Come on, and I need, it works best with the Chrome browser, and so I'm waiting on it to load, but okay, and I remembered AO73 that I set on a different computer, and there's the radio stuff, and there's the maps, and the polar plot, and so on, and all the other controls down here at the bottom. So you can control it with a, you know, if you're in the field or something, you can control it with an ordinary smartphone.
All right, perfect. Well, Bob, thank you for your time.
You bet.
I really appreciate it. Guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and follow for more, and let's see what I can do with satellites. Thanks. Be Good Humans, 73.